Next on Worcester News Tonight, getting guns off the streets, why the annual buyback effort is bigger than in years past. And the family behind a powerful message being delivered to drivers this holiday season. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Madison. We begin tonight with an arrest in last week's fatal stabbing on Murray Avenue. Worcester police arrested 33-year-old Luis Melendez, charging him with murder. Police say Melendez was considered the primary suspect in this case, but aren't saying what his connection to the victim is. Melendez will be arraigned on Monday. Last week, 31-year-old Sharice Hill was found stabbed to death. A memorial vigil was held for Hill earlier this week. If you're planning to go out this weekend, so are the police, and they'll be on the lookout for drunk drivers. Our Olivia Lemon brings us the story of a local family and their message about the dangers of drunk driving.
I had people come up to me and say, "Thank you for scaring us." And I was like, "What? What did I do?" And they're like, "We all have designated drivers tonight."
Lisa Broder and her son Kyle created a holiday message this year to remind people of the dangers of drinking and driving. Her husband Michael was killed 18 years ago by a drunk driver on Route 20 in Oxford. The car crash left Kyle permanently paralyzed.
I just said, how about if we change it up and do reverse psychology on people and do reasons to drink and drive this holiday season?
The video lists 7 different reasons why you should drink and drive. Like if you want to lose the ability to talk, you should drink and drive.
It's just going to wake people up to say what can happen. People don't realize what can happen.
Worcester Police, Massachusetts State Police, and more than 200 other departments are participating in the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign this holiday season.
The statistics have proven this is the time of the year where we have a lot of accidents, a lot of fatalities involving at least one driver under the influence of alcohol.
The campaign is federally funded and allows police to staff extra patrols to crack down on drunk driving.
We have several officers working for these next several weeks through the holiday season, working various times of the day.
Broder says she hopes this campaign and her video will change someone's mind the next time they want to drink and drive.
Because nobody wants to suffer the way our family has suffered.
My name is Kyle Broder, and I approve this message.
Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
Speaking of the roads, there's been another bad accident on Route 20 in Oxford. This was the scene last night after 2 cars collided in a head-on crash. State police say 2 people were transported to the hospital for injuries. No charges have been filed, and they are still investigating. That road has seen a fair share of deadly accidents. 2 months ago, a mom and her 9-month-old son were killed on Route 20 when their car slammed into a cement truck. 2 weeks after that crash, 2 other cars collided in the same area, resulting in serious injuries. More holiday cheer in Worcester this evening. 1 week after lighting the tree in the Worcester Common downtown, residents in one city neighborhood gathered to do the same.
6, 5.
2 weeks until Christmas. And the Kelly Square Christmas tree is all lit up.
It's really big, it's really nice.
In the center of the bustling intersection, there was Santa singing and smiles as the neighborhood joined to light the tree.
I'm happy, my kid can see Santa, take pictures with him, eat a cupcake, and see the horses.
No reindeer in Worcester, but the Belgian horses were there to give everyone a lift.
They get all around. Just even passing through this Kelly Square is definitely an adventure.
Making their way through the Kelly Square intersection to get residents in the holiday spirit.
It's about really celebrating our neighborhoods and our community and coming together. It's one of the highlights of the year.
Now, the Kelly Square tree lighting is part of an annual event in December. Keeping communities safe, that's the focus of the annual Goods for Guns program, offering incentives for turning in guns responsibly. And the effort is growing again this year. Our Tim McCone has the details.
UMass Memorial Hospital, along with the DA's office, prepare for the 14th annual Goods for Guns Day in Worcester.
The basic premise of the program is that we basically allow folks from the community to bring unwanted or unsecured weapons into the hospital in exchange for some gift certificates.
Guns don't take care of themselves, people do. And for the person who wasn't the original gun owner or who has a gun and is no longer capable of taking care of it, this is a great way to get rid of that gun.
Dr. Hirsch says it's a cause he's passionate about.
I had a very unfortunate introduction into the world of gun violence because I was a resident in training in New York City in the early 80s when my best friend was shot and killed in front of the hospital.
Since its beginning in 2002, they have collected nearly 2,600 guns. Leicester police participated in the program for the first time last year.
35% of the crime guns in Massachusetts come from house breaks or stolen firearms. It's essential that we get those into the custody of police.
This year, 16 communities are participating, making it the largest Goods for Guns Day yet.
We're not anti-Second Amendment. We believe in the Second Amendment. This is simply to get those guns that may potentially become crime guns out of houses where they're left unattended.
Tim McCone, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Police Lobby is where you can return guns tomorrow morning. Well, an Auburn man is sentenced for his role in a shooting and assault back in 2013. The district attorney's office confirms 31-year-old Daryl Thomas was served 20 to 25 years in prison. Thomas was found guilty of pistol whipping and shooting a victim at point-blank range outside a Worcester bar. A man convicted of killing 2 people in 1999 has been denied parole. Marvin Cathy was charged with raping and killing a 9-year-old and then killing the child's mother in their Leicester home more than 15 years ago. In September, Cathy broke down in tears when he appeared before the parole board. His request was denied by the Massachusetts Parole Board yesterday. Cathy is serving 2 consecutive life sentences for the murders. Governor Charlie Baker will deliver the commencement address for the University of Massachusetts Medical School in the spring. He's scheduled to deliver the address during the 43rd commencement on June 5th. According to the medical school, since the governor took office, he has addressed a number of matters, including the opioid crisis. His administration has called on UMass Medical School to work with other organizations and schools in defining core competencies to form a new standard for all graduating medical students. The School of Medicine is incorporating all 10 of those competencies into its curriculum to ensure all graduates are prepared to be sound prescribers in the screening, prevention, and management of prescription drug misuse. The Islamic Center of Greater Worcester is planning a prayer service this weekend, and area Muslims are also speaking up against people who use their religion as a reason to commit acts of violence against others. Our Patricia Nicholas has a look at the issue.
After the killing of 14 in San Bernardino, California, the Islamic Society of Worcester says they had to do something. They will be hosting a prayer in front of City Hall on Sunday.
We'll make prayer for the departed soul and pray for the healing of the families of the victims.
The society says they condemn the recent acts of violence. They say the word Islam in Arabic means peace, and the people who are committing violence don't represent what Islam stands for.
In any religion, there is misguided people, or ignorant people, or violent people, or criminals. Put it this way, there's criminals. You don't say a criminal is Christian or Jewish or Buddhist. They are just pure criminals.
The society says when attacks like San Bernardino happen, they feel the backlash. Those who committed the acts hurt the society's relationships that they have worked to maintain. The society says with the prayer event on Sunday, they want to reclaim their Muslim identity.
They don't belong to us, and we are completely against. Our religion doesn't allow any of such kind of violence, and it is very important that we come and show and condemn this kind of act of violence.
Patricia Nicholas, Worcester News Tonight.
The man known as the Dean of the Worcester delegation is once again remembered today. As the city honors late Representative John Benenda, the Worcester Senior Center renamed its renovation lobby after him. He served as a state rep for the 17th Worcester District for 28 years. Speakers at today's ceremony credited the late representative for his work with seniors. Family members of Benenda were also on hand for the dedication.
A special opportunity to have his family just see his name and his memory live on, and the impact that he made continue even after he's passed away.
Benenda left a portion of his remaining campaign funds to the Senior Center.